So
I was like, I went on a date and I went to their like family thing. I don't even know why. I was younger, you know, and it was like for this Easter thing, and it was just like a bunch of family and stuff. And
they make you start praying.
No,
like, get down, pray right now.
This is so like,
what?
Man, this is TMI, but whatever. So like, you know, I was just like,
you farted?
I farted. No, I just like. You know, I had to use the bathroom. It was already, like, an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know, I didn't even want to be there. Like, it was awkward between, like, me and him and stuff.
Did you have to poop or you have to pee?
No, it's TMI, but I don't care.
Go for it.
So, like, you know, I went to the bathroom and stuff, and I had to change my tampon. Oh, God, that's so gross.
No, that's fine.
Ew,
but,
no.
like...
Get out.
With the wings?
It happens.
Did it have wings?
It happens. It happens. So then, like, I go to the bathroom, and, like, the stupid shit is not flushing, and then it flooded, and then the water started coming. I kid you not, the water just started coming up.
Did your shit float out?
Jesus.
I did shit.
No, but, like, by shit, I mean, did your tampon float out, like...
No,
and then it got stuck on, like, grandma's shoe or something?
It did, but I grabbed it and, like... I, like, got rid of it. But I was just so, like, you know, when it was happening, I was just kind of like, oh, my God. You're just in that moment, like, you don't know what to do, like...
That's like the equivalency of, like, if a guy takes a poop, and, like, you
poop.
It flood, like, it comes out, dog.
Exactly,
like
and then
I'm
just...
the toilet.
It's so embarrassing, and then, like, they had to come in... Because the water is, like, spilling over and stuff, and they had to, like, take care of it, and I'm just
You should have just been blaming them, like, oh my God, you guys have cheap-ass...
Was a family, like, were they Hispanic, or...
Yeah, they were Hispanic.
Like, were they laughing
But
about
they were
it?
kind of, like, whitewashed Hispanic.
Right,
where they're, like, they have money. Like, I was in a really nice place.
Okay.
Like, the house was really nice.
Because I was like...
All that money, you guys can't even have a good restroom, fuck!
Because I was like, if it's, like, my family that's, like, a big ghetto, we all would have started laughing, like...
They didn't laugh.
She's pinche fodongo!
That shit, dog.
Hey, look at the submarine!
But see, but that's chiller than, like, because when they're more, I guess they're higher class, that seems like that's more embarrassing because it's like they're the type of people that are like, they would look down upon you where it's like, but that shit happens though.
I feel like if it was more of a Mexican family like that, like what you're talking, I would have been like, oh my God, ha ha ha, like, and laugh it off.
Yeah, because they'd laugh about it with you, but the other people are like, judgmental.
They were just kind of like, oh, it's alright. It's okay. Like, and I was just like, oh, no, I gotta get out of here.
Don't bring her ever again.
It's just what happens when you bring strays.
And that never worked out again.
I feel like the tampon just
it
puffs because it just takes all the water.
Just soaked up.
And where did you put the tampon? You just carried it with you? You hid it?
No, I grabbed it and stuff, and I like wrapped it up.
Yeah, and where'd you hit it?
I was holding it because I was just like, what the fuck? Oh. And then like when I called like the guy that I was,
you called him on the cell phone, like, come to the restroom, we're flooding.
He was like a few, like he was like super close. So I just went out there and I was like, hey, toilet's flooding.
Someone broke the toilet.
Dude, that's fucking animals.
This is so gross. I went to the kitchen and I threw it in the freaking kitchen, like in the trash can.
Oh, okay. No,
I thought like bad. in their salad because they had like booted you out and it was like, fuck these people, yo.
Put that shit in the freezer, dog, and just like
have them eat it, dog.
That's not that bad.
No, that was hell for me.
I think mentally it's just like, oh shit.
It's just embarrassing because it was already super uncomfortable between us where it's like we knew we weren't really kind of connecting. It wasn't clicking?
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey, to top it off, I just flooded the bathroom.
Yeah. that seems like that get uncomfortable.
The shit was biblical, dog. Like, we're flooding, dog. God has descended upon us.
You brought a heathen.
For Easter.
Something embarrassing that's happened to you, Arthur?
On a date?
On a date.
I forgot my wallet. Oh, you're one of those guys, John?
Oh.
You're a scrub, dog.
That sucked.
Dude. And she had to pay for everything, or you just did one thing, you're like, I'm going home.
To the park.
Oh!
Wait, you told her? Like,
yeah, well, no, we were gonna go eat. Where? We were gonna go eat, and then it ended up being like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. It's back in my dorm. I'm like, hey, I know. Do you want to just like go walk around in the park? And
why don't you just go back and get it?
Yeah.
Dude, we're on a date.
That cheap ass. No, I would have paid for it.
Yeah, why didn't you just say, like, you get me, I'll get you next time?
Yeah, I would have paid for it. I would have been like, oh, you know what? It's not a big
But it
deal.
still
Like,
was
I'll pay for
embarrassing
it.
for me. It's
No,
the most embarrassing.
I would have just said, like, hey, I'll be back. I forgot
She
my
was
wallet.
chill with the park idea. She thought it...
No, she just said
she made up her mind that she's not talking to you again.
That cheap ass.
But if you're going to go eat, then go eat. And if she pays for it, you're already embarrassed. You already did forget your wallet. I mean, honestly,
my head, I don't want for that.
Might as well take the free food. You know, that's just mentality.
Yeah, that's the difference between us.
No, but I feel like if you're out already, you could just go back, dog. If you haven't gone to the restaurant yet,
yeah. If you're at the restaurant, you already ordered the food's there. You already ate it. That's different. If you haven't even gone yet, you're like, hey, is it cool? I'll make a quick stop. Go get your little.
Go get the wallet.
Get the wallet.
And then you come back with the fucking condoms. Oh, I think you just did it on the pay, dog. and you're like, was this a blind date? And like, she came to the door and you're like, fuck this bitch. I'm gonna just take her to the park.
Nah, it wasn't like that.
I feel like that would have been hater shit.
That would have been hater shit.
Fuck it, you forgot your wallet. Caesar. Most embarrassing thing. Besides...
On a date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most embarrassing thing on a date. Like on a date, like... just in general? I don't know. I think going on the first date, like on my old car that didn't have airbags.
Well, I mean,
and then and then it goes on and on, dude. You know,
was it like exposed that there was no airbag? Or?
Yeah, because I drilled some holes and put zip ties on it, zip ties on it and shit. And then we were gonna meet her parents. It was like the 5th date. I was going to meet the parents.
Oh, shit. I thought the first date, she's already making you meet the parents.
Like, I was going to meet the parents, like, the 5th or 6th date already. Like, I guess it was a family dinner, and she was inviting me, so I was like, well, fuck it.
She liked you.
So
she did, because at the 5th date, they were like, bring you into a family dinner, she liked you.
Yeah, definitely.
So she told me, like, well, I told my parents, like, you're really careful what you do, like, you always prepare, like...
You're a banker.
No, like...
You went to UCLA.
No, it wasn't that lie. It wasn't that lie.
Writing my coat.
You know, like, when I go on a date with a girl, I don't go with
Yeah, you're
lies.
not lying. You're not lying.
You know, it's
you
the
don't?
truth. No, I don't lie.
I lie.
Come on, bro. That's only for a one-night stand.
But that's how you build a relationship.
So we got to the house.
Uh-huh.
We come out, like, we had the dinner and everything, and and then we come out. My car would turn on. Wouldn't turn on.
Uh-huh.
And I had a flat tire. Oh. I couldn't do none of those shits. I couldn't change the tire in front of her dad. After she had told him, like, oh, Caesar has all these fucking, like, tools and shit. And I'm like, I have none of those tools in my car. I don't have the jag. I'm like, and I'm like so stupid, like, trying to change the tire. Couldn't even do it. And then...
It's cool. I got AAA. I'll just call them up.
and then I had the battery in my car, like the jumpstart, the actual jumpstart kit. Dead as fuck. Because we went to San Diego and we took it to use it for the TVs, and I forgot to recharge it. And it just like it was because I really liked this girl, and like after this, it was I guess it turned her off, like because I couldn't really go through. Yeah, she put me on a pedestal and then boom.
Well, I mean, that's your
and
call,
then that was embarrassing. Because
you
that
like,
is embarrassing.
I'll call a tow truck and just be like, no, that's cool.
That is embarrassing.
No, it's
like I'm a dude. Like I like that was my car. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the girls. Like it's my car, dude. How the fuck am I supposed to?
Well, you're looking like a bucket for you know what I mean. If you're driving a bucket and it's acting like a bucket.
No, but I think if you can't change,
you can't change the tires.
But it's not because you didn't know how. You just didn't have the tools.
No, like I had some tools, but like.
Oh, you just didn't know the...
Like, I was so nervous in front of the parents and
You didn't want to look like an idiot?
Like, looking at an idiot, I couldn't do it.
You wore your
and you
fancy...
still look like an idiot?
And I still look like an idiot.
How about you, Juan? Most embarrassing shit that happened to you?
On the first date?
Any date. I mean, not like in a relationship, but date.
Oh, like we're not together?
No.
I think the one that comes to mind, it was, we were going out for the first time, and I took her to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we were drinking.
We're splitting the check, right?
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was
I hate people that do that shit.
we
I'd just rather pay.
we were drinking, and I think the server was coming. The server was coming this way. And because you know when I talk with my hands. Well, I accidentally hit the server, and like the shit just landed all over her. And I was like, oh, fuck. I felt like bad because I was like, that's embarrassing.
I gotta go home.
I was just like, oh, my bad. But that, because you just don't know what to do there. Does
he get a second date if you did that?
Yeah, it happens.
Dude. It was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
Well, because it wasn't my fault. It was that guy's fault.
The server for fucking doing his job.
Fuck that guy. No, it was just bad luck. And I just felt bad because it's like if it happens to me,
look at the game over there.
Because like if it happens to me, then it's just embarrassing for me. Like I could handle with that.
Because if it fell on the floor, she would have just been like, oh my god.
Yeah. Then like, but it fell on her or on anybody else, but on her, it's like now she's gonna feel embarrassed, and I can't fix that because.
No.
What am I gonna do? Just pour water all over myself and be like, "Hey, look, we're
some Happy Gilmore shit." You just Billy Madison. You just look, we're both wet.
Because that's not gonna work either. Because she's still gonna be embarrassed. But it's just like that was just like I felt really bad because I was like, "God damn it."
Are you wet yet?
Because I don't.
Throwing a line for it's a line. You just throw some water on her. It's like, are you wet yet?
Because there's something about looking clumsy that also like that made me feel embarrassed for me.
That you were clumsy.
Because I was like, I don't want her to think that I'm some clumsy guy. Because I don't know, being clumsy like.
Like you're already a jolly fat guy.
That's why it's like you don't want to be that clumsy guy, dog.
With stains in your face and shit.
Like you don't want to be that guy. No, I just thought I don't know. It was just embarrassing.
Yeah, pretty sure. Agent, you already said yours.
Clumsy.
She already said. No, you haven't said yours. You want to go?
I have a couple, but I think the worst one
is it when you said if her eggs were fried or fertilized? That's a pretty bad one.
No.
Or was it when you told her that you wanted to have sex with her roommate instead?
Either or works. I was dating this vegan chick, but at the time I didn't know she was vegan.
Oh, I know.
And then we had
Outback Steakhouse.
We had lunch at UCLA, but then I'm like, dude, I'm gonna take this girl to a fancy ass fucking place. And I took her to a steakhouse. And she was like,
that's not your fault, though.
That is his fault.
No, it's not. That's not the first thing you think of. It's like, are you vegan?
I don't pay attention to
bullshit.
No, she probably didn't. She probably didn't.
But that's
because he would have remembered.
Yeah, if somebody says vegan, you'll kind of
be like, oh shit, no meat.
Yeah.
That's something you would have.
This motherfucker knew, though.
Nah. No. Even if you eat at a restaurant at UCLA.
I know him. I know he knew, dog.
Did you know? Really, did you know?
I knew, buddy.
See?
So that's not embarrassing.
Different.
That's not embarrassing. You're just an asshole.
Then he wouldn't be embarrassed.
No, that's...
If he knew, he wouldn't be
I knew eventually. I mean, once we got there and she was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, you don't like steakhouse? It's like, I thought everyone liked steakhouse.
But there's no fancy-ass vegan restaurants.
Yeah, there is.
There's a shitload. All of them.
Sunset? What the fuck? By my school is a shitload. But I didn't
all of them.
Gross.
It's okay if you're not vegan, but that doesn't mean there's no restaurants.
I just wouldn't go out with a vegan girl just because.
She dropped hints though, because when she was like, "Oh, there's not really no
meat."
I remember when she, in our freshman year, she was like,
"There's no kale in this."
Yeah.
One of the embarrassing things that happened to me on the first date, like Caesar.
She sneezed on you?
No.
That shit sucks.
There was
she
this.
took a shit on your chest.
I asked for that, dude.
Yes.
The hook to the battery thing was getting loose, and I didn't know why. I guess you know what I mean. And as soon as I pulled up to her house, like I turned off the truck to wait for her to come out because she always took a long time. And then when I tried to turn the truck back on, it wouldn't turn on. And then I'm like, oh fuck! And I had jumper cables, but I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, it's the first or second date. What am I gonna do? Like, can you call your dad to come jumpstart me? You know what I mean? That's like, or your brother. Yeah. And then I'm thinking like, do I have to? Huh?
Yeah, and it was a nice truck. It's not
right. And then it's like, do I have to now call my brother or one of my friends to come give me a jump start?
I'm like, be a man, bro.
Right. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, fuck. I got out of the truck and then I popped my hood before she came out, and I was able to fix it. So it wasn't that embarrassing, but it was embarrassing to me. Because I was just thinking of all these situations of damn, if her dad comes, she's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be embarrassing.
Well,
just meet him under those circumstances where you're at a weak point. Because, you know, when you're being embarrassed, you're at your low. You're having a low. The other one, we were, I think, on our first date, and I think I've said this before. It was like a school dance. Mm-hmm. And I guess I was grabbing the fork and the knife opposite. So when I chopped down, a piece of chicken just shot at my white shirt, and it just stained it just stained me. Yeah. And I was like, fuck.
Like, fuck it, I'm using my hands.
You just grab your piece of chicken.
I'm sorry, I've never used these before.
No, it was just out of nervousness. You know what I mean? I was just nervous. So I was just kind of like, you know, and trying to like keep up the conversation and be. I'm always like, I gotta be funny, because I'm like, that's what I got going for me. I'm kind of funny, so I gotta keep that up. And so that was what I was thinking. And then, fuck you.
I should have got a worse one, but go ahead, finish.
And then I cut it, and it hit me right on the shirt. But then she laughed, but I was fucking embarrassed. I was like, fuck.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to be that messy guy. That's fucking
right. No, she was like,
it's
cool. Right.
Because then you feel like a kid.
Yeah, you feel like an idiot, really. Like
who the fuck doesn't know how to eat right? Like, come on, dog.
I'm like, but I was wearing a tie. I'm like, dude, what if I just scooch the tie?
Just gotta hide it.
But, you know, I just don't up to it. I was like, yeah, you know, I played up. Nah, she laughed, but it was embarrassing.
The chicken's on me.
His shirt was on.